My husband's sister was actually his mistress. I found out after she lost their baby. Chapter 1. My mother-in-law had been in love with my father for decades before he married someone else. When I was born, she immediately arranged for her son Ryan and me to be engaged as children. 5 years into our marriage, Ryan always put me first and showed me nothing but devotion except when it came to his sister-in-law, Chloe, who made my life hell at every turn. When Ryan secured me a position at the textile factory, she demanded it for herself. When we were allocated company housing, she wanted that too. Every time this happened, Ryan would stand up for me, but I always stopped him. He'd look at me with such tenderness and say I shouldn't have to endure such treatment. I truly believed Ryan loved me deeply until the day I brought Chloe a glass of iced tea. She suddenly miscarried, blood soaking through her yellow sundress. Ryan rushed her to the hospital with tears in his eyes, threatening that if anything happened to her, I'd pay with my life. I stood frozen in place, because his younger brother James had been dead for 3 years. When the rumors started flying around our neighborhood, Chloe couldn't bear the shame and took her own life. Ryan blamed everything on me. He used our marriage as a cage, tormenting me in every way possible. I couldn't accept it. When I opened my eyes again, I was back at the moment when the neighborhood gossips were cornering them. This time, watching the two under attack, I pulled out the divorce papers. Chloe is innocent. Ryan and I have been divorced for months. I just reached the entrance to our street when I saw our small courtyard home packed with people. In the center of the crowd, Ryan shielded the fragile Chloe behind him. Anyone who didn't know better would call them a perfect match. Ryan wore a well-tailored suit while Chloe was dressed in a trendy yellow floral sundress. Meanwhile, I looked like I just crawled out of a construction site, patched clothes and shoes caked with mud from the garden plots. We clearly didn't belong in the same world. Seeing me, both their faces showed shock, as if they hadn't expected me to appear. I pushed through the crowd with my mesh bag full of fresh eggs from our chickens. The moment the neighbors saw me, they started talking all at once. Claire. Finally. You're here. If you hadn't shown up, someone would have stolen your husband. You should really move to the city. Stop giving these homewreckers opportunities. I smiled and cut them off. Ladies, what husband stealing? Ryan and I only had a ceremony, never got the marriage certificate. I stay in the suburbs to take care of his mother. She's not well, and Ryan's too busy with work. Besides, how could anything happen between Chloe and Ryan? They're not those kinds of people. Someone must be spreading malicious rumors. Let's not fall for it. Hearing this, even those most eager to defend me lost their enthusiasm. The man next door glanced at me as he headed out. You need to wake up. I was startled. I hadn't expected someone who looked so tough to have such a kind heart. Hearing this, Ryan suppressed his anger. Vincent, mind your own business. The response was Vincent's dismissive back as he walked away. The chickens at home are doing well. Mom asked me to bring you some eggs. I lifted the mesh bag. Seeing my calm expression, the two exchanged relieved glances. Ryan quickly walked toward me. You and Mom should keep those. You don't need to keep bringing them to us. Chloe had already lifted the door curtain and entered the house. Yes, Claire, the grocery stores have everything. No need to trouble yourself. Let me get you some pastries. I don't like those old-fashioned ones. Ryan specially ordered these fruit-flavored ones for me. You should try them. Ryan pointed at her with mock helplessness, telling me she's the pickiest eater in the family. Regular pastries aren't good enough for her. Good thing you're not like her, or I'd never keep up. No sooner had he spoken than Chloe protested playfully,